Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Donate Garden, and today I'm out at Homegrown Plants in Farmersville, and we're going to be doing a nursery tour and seeing what they have during the hottest part of the summer. Okay, so like I said, I'm out at Homegrown Plants in Farmersville, Texas. It's one of my favorite nurseries. It's really, really large. It is loud because they have a lot of fans blowing that you can see in the background to kind of keep things nice and cool, and it's right next to a major highway. But I wanted to come out and see what they have. I have a couple of projects in mind, so I wanted to check out their inventory and see what they have when it's super hot outside. Okay, so they have tons of pre-potted up plants. They still got petunias, which I wouldn't put petunias in my yard at this point in time. It's just so hot. They've got, let's see, these are vincas, right? Got some bougainvillea, which I've always been drawn to the yellow color of bougainvillea. I think it's just so pretty. I don't know what that is. Firebush, dwarf firebush. Mature height is about 4 to 10 inches tall, hardy to 32 degrees, so probably wouldn't make it through my winters. Full sun to partial shade. Very pretty, very tropical looking. What are these vines? Red bleeding heart. Vine, mature height 16 feet, 9 to 11, zones 9 to 11, so it would die over winter. It's interesting. Huge containers of coleus. These typically are around like the $30 mark. They have a lot that are going to seed. Really pretty. This actually gets me excited for fall. And over here they do have avocado trees. These are some good sized avocado trees. Haas avocado. They're at 70 each. Looks like maybe some pomegranate trees, blueberry bushes. Pomegranate again. Figs, berries, lots of varieties of berries. Let's walk to the other side. Lantana, more coleus, begonias. $16.95. Some of these are about 2 feet tall. Look in really good shape. They're larger begonias over here. These are $35. The hanging baskets are really pretty. Scaevola, large containers for $32.95. Patience, Sun Patience here, $32.95, and these are large containers. Some more vincas. These over here are all hibiscus. And they're just coming into bloom, which is exciting. I don't know if some of these varieties are hardy or not. Hot hibiscus. Yeah, these are not hardy. These are nice. These are 100 each. They're probably at least 5 feet tall. Hibiscus trees. So they're all woven. And a lot of them have a lot of buds coming up on them. These are super pretty. It'd be cool if you have a place to like overwinter these. Because they're just going to get bigger and better each year. They have smaller ones, and these are only $30. So this size, some of these are 30, some of them back there are 49. So basically if it's a single trunk it's 30, and back there is a double trunk, that is 50. And these are 4 trunks. These are 100 each. Some yellow. This is a pretty pink one back here. Lantana, these are all they're pre-potted up. That says Calibracoa, that's not what that is. Those are impatiens. Geraniums still, which are looking really good still. And I always enjoy looking at their combination planters. This one has Coleus, Gomphrena, Angelonia, Scaevola. They've got some begonias. Okay, the next aisle is going to, some of these are still in nicer containers, not just basic nursery pots, a little bit more upgraded. The idea being that you can just buy them and stick them on your porch and you're good to go. These are pretty. I'm drawn to these every year. I think they're tropical. Let me see. Sunset Ixora. Yeah, hardy zones 9 to 11, flowering shrub. These are so pretty though. That color. Got pentas over here. Lots more vincas. A lot of these look like the trailing varieties of vinca. Got these jasmine trees blooming. My star jasmine succumbed to the heat because I forgot to water it. These are pretty. I wouldn't mind growing some, this one is called Sambuck jasmine tree. I wouldn't mind growing some Confederate jasmine at some point. That would be really nice. I don't know what these are. Not labeled. I don't know. Oh, I see something. Esperanza. Gold star. And I have had an Esperanza in the past. Sometimes it comes back for me and sometimes it doesn't. It does have beautiful yellow blooms. Gerber daisies still hanging on. It's brutal weather for these to still be hanging on. We are consistently experiencing 100-degree temps. Now we do have a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico, which will drop our temperatures. But that typically also comes at a cost to the people in South Texas as they deal with the craziness of that weather. Strip plants. Bright light, height 24 to 36 inches tall. My father-in-law used to love to plant these. Still have Scaevola here, Alternathera, which I really like. I think it's super fun. It's a really great just foliage. Now over here we have succulents, and I do have a succulent project coming up soon, and I'm really wanting to plant some ground cover in some areas. And I'd love to do that with sedum. So that'll be fun to do some exploration regarding that and see what we can find. But I'll be looking for a low growing ground cover. Nothing that gets too high. Their prices on their succulents are usually pretty good. They have gone up over the years, but they're still priced really well. I'll come back here for the future project. And we'll focus just on looking at the succulents and the different varieties. Okay, over here are their annuals in trays. Looks like they have a lot of zinnias, which I am looking to replace. all those vicas that did so poorly for me. It seems like I overwatered them. So they have mixed, they have white, they have orange. Of course they have pinks. I love pinks. And my guess is most of these are Profusion or Zahara. The yellows are fabulous too, really bright, beautiful yellows, whites. This is Terenia right here. Oh, these are pretty. Yes, this is what I'm going to get. These are fabulous. We're going to get a whole tray of these. Love. Those look really good. I like bicolored zinnias. I think they're absolutely beautiful. These are some of my favorite supports that they have. This looks like $89.95. Like that trellis. I think it's really pretty. They come in different sizes. These are all so pretty. I mean, I like the variation from the newer ones. Or I guess the newer ones are this one. And then as they get older, they lighten. So you can see the color variation across. That's really fun. And I do like this really bright, like marigold color. I think is beautiful. Now over here is vegetables and herbs, which I'm not interested in. It looks like they have Calibrachoa or Super Bells by Proven Winners here, which this does really well in its own separate containers. They do pretty well for me, which I do have a few open containers right now. Maybe we'll do some. These plants look really tired though. But that's truthfully to be expected at this time of the year. It's just brutal. It's brutally hot. Oh, these are so sweet. Have some more of their annuals over here. Got rock rose. Just pretty. Oh, I like this one. Got a little bit of pink striations in it. This stuff grows like crazy. It's almost like a succulent variety. Begonias. These are vincas that have been really intensely cut back, which will tell you how things are going in the North Texas area. They had to cut all theirs back. This whole row is vincas. Begonias. The tried and true sweet potato vines, which are always good. Always do really well. This other side is Angelonia, although these look pretty worn out. Let's see, we have Impatience over here. These varieties prefer more sun, or excuse me, more shade, shadier locations. And then beside it, we have a whole bunch of coleus, which we definitely don't need right now, but you can still plant these as long as they are very well watered. They can handle the sun. See a bunch of caladiums over here, which are really pretty. I love caladiums. I enjoyed growing my own from bulb this year. These are cool varieties. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Looks like we have some Azuratum over here. Some of it's still looking pretty good. You can even, like this part, you can cut this back and this will regrow. Ganzia. Okay, now we're getting to the 1 gallon annuals. So over here, definitely Lantana, and Lantana will still do really well right now. These are all $7.95 per gallon. And not all of these will be perennial. I find it very hit or miss with lantana regarding whether it's perennial or not. It's like we have lots of sun patience, which I wouldn't mind adding some pots of these in a few areas. I think would be really nice. And these can take full sun to part sun. This stuff I planted in my friend Cindy's garden, flambe yellow. It's like a straw flower variety. These look like they need to be cut back a little bit. Lots of beautiful caladiums. Wow, look at those. Heart-to-heart bottle rocket, and these are sun tolerant, 18 to 24 inches tall. Oh, it's pretty. Persian shield, mine's really taking off now. We got some coreopsis over here. Goldilocks rocks. Oh, these are bidens. I'm sorry, I thought these were coreopsis. They are not. Annual except in zones 9, 8. Euphorbia all across here. Lots of proven winners coleus. And their proven winners tend to be about like $8.95, right around there. Got some proven winners lantana. I think I planted some of this one. Yes, marmalade. And it's doing beautifully in the garden. Do you like the Dallas red over there, lantana? Angelonia here as well. Those are $8.95 each. All right, super petunias. It is not a good time to plant those. Have their Sweet Carolina. This one is upside black coffee. And the green one, Sweet Caroline upside key lime. These are pretty too. I like this color. It has a little bit more of a red tone in it. Mahogany, Sweetheart Mahogany. Dichondra Falls, more Angelonia. Still have some salvia around. These have been cut back. These are Superbena. But mine are doing another round of blooming right now. You can totally still plant. These are some kind of daisy. High noon, those are pretty. They're all annuals. I believe that's something of my mind. Blew my mind. Evovulus. Full sun. Azuratum here. Scaevolas are looking good. So all their proven winners annuals are $8.95. All right, let's go to the other side. There'll be less proven winners over here. Looks like they have some hardy hibiscus over here. Look at that guy. It's huge. These are $16.95 each. Good size already. Gerber daisies still holding on. Lots of Gerber daisies. Step back here. Vermillionaire firecracker. Coleus. Mexican heather, which loves this kind of weather. Bunch more vincas. It's like we have some purple fountain grass going, which I would love to grab a couple of those and fill in some spaces, preparing for the fall. Begonias. Some more grass-like ones. These are really pretty. This is Cordyline Torbay Dazzler, and it is an annual, it says. Full light height 3 to 6 inches. Those are really pretty looking. This is Coleus, but these are all the Kong varieties that now I'm growing from seed, which I'm really excited about. Gonias. Got some little miniature vincas over here. Just super pretty. Look how pretty this hanging basket is with this metal piece. $79.99 for the floral and the hanging piece. That's beautiful. All right, now we're in the perennial section. So I have some grasses, which I don't know a lot about grasses, y'all. I don't explore them very much because I'm so unfamiliar with them. I really need to because it is a missing portion in my garden, something that's missing in my garden. Oh, like I love this with a little bit of variegation in it. It's called porcupine grass. It's 8 foot tall. It's a little big for me. I got some verbena back here. Cannas, Mexican sagebush, Joe Pyeweed, which by the way, that Joe Pyeweed that I planted that I got from Bluestone Perennials, planted in the back corner, it died. Yeah, super disappointing. So I have some daylilies, and hopefully you guys have cut back your daylilies. If you have stalks that are finished blooming, cut the stalks off, and we'll tell the plant to begin blooming again. A little bit shadier this direction, lots of varieties of heucheras and ajuga, which the ajuga I planted on my front porch is doing really well. Artemisia, which I really want to put in, heat, drought tolerant. I really need to put some of this in, not this one. I would probably go this one. It's shorter, lower, softer. I might grab some of that. Lots of guara. Got some coreopsis over here. It's really pretty. Like this variety. I might pick up some coreopsis too. Ferns. Okay, here's some more perennials on this side. Lamb's ear, which is loving the heat and doing beautifully. Veronica, which I don't grow in my garden and always dies. That is. Sun Magic Vintage Mango. About 18 to 24 inches tall. That's pretty. Got some phlox varieties over here. Some of my phlox is starting to rebloom. Alright, so this is rock rose, Texas rock rose. I have some that's doing beautifully, and this will bloom the entire time while you're dealing with heat. What's this pretty red flower? Rulia elegans red. It looks more like a native kind of feel. Bee balm, guara, daisies. Can't believe they still have scabiosa blooming over here. That's amazing. What's that stuff? Oh, butterfly weed, yep. Phlox. Y'all, it's hot. I'm running out of energy already. Just going up and down these aisles, I am like worn out. Do you like this butterfly bush over here? It's like lavender color. Oh, look at the butterfly hanging out on it. Actually like the exact plant that he landed on. It's pretty. Okay, then they have a houseplant and shade area and hanging baskets, which I'm not real interested in at this point in time. It's taking everything I have to keep my current hanging baskets alive. So don't really want to come invest in more, but they sure are pretty. Their prices tend to be really good on their hanging baskets. Okay, let me go get a cart. Okay, it was a good trip. They had a lot more variety than I actually thought they would, and especially for this time of year, because there's just not a lot available. I ran out of energy about halfway through. It's just so hot, and I know that they need their greenhouse, and they put shade cover on to make it cooler, and they have fans, and I was dying, y'all. I probably should have like done some shopping and then sat down and like got in my car and hung out in the AC for a little while, had some water and stuff, and then been good to go. But first of all, look how good all of this lantana is over here. It's looking really pretty. Okay, so I got stuff for a couple of projects. I got a variety of vincas to try in my new raised beds in the back. All my sun patients ended up frying. And for the drip lines I set up, it's very minimal drip in those beds. So they don't get a lot of water. So I'm thinking that the vincas might work real well there, considering what I planted on the side of the yard got too much water and didn't do as well. So I'm going to try these, and I'm probably going to transplant the vincas that I currently have on the side yard to the back as well. So we're going to do that to make sure I have some color in the back. I also picked up some coreopsis, and this coreopsis is called Rosea. Now I had bought some from Bluestone Perennials, and I forgot about all my brand new Bluestone Perennials plants when I went on vacation. So they did not get watered for 10 days. They're all inside, and almost all of them died. And so the coreopsis looks like it might be coming back. I'm not so sure. So, but anyway, these were a great price. These are priced at $9.95 each. Nice, large, beautiful plants. This particular one is called American Dream Pink Thread Leaf Coreopsis. Full sun, light watering, 9 to 15 inches tall by 16 to 24 inches wide. And I'm going to be putting this underneath my crepe myrtle to act as a living mulch to kill back some of the weeds there. And I'm going to be mixing it with this wormwood artemisia right here. And this particular variety is called Silver Mound Wormwood. So it's kind of a lower growing, full sun, light on the watering, 6 to 12 inches tall by 12 to 18 inches wide. And these are both real drought tolerant, and I don't have drip lines in the back there, or not very many at ease. So I think kind of mixing these, I think will work really well. Perennials come back each year. I think they'll do really, really good. And if you've never touched artemisia, it's super, super soft. It's wonderful. I also picked up 3 purple fountain grasses because I'm going to be tucking them into a couple of different places in the yard. And these will continue to grow on and give me some fall color, which will be lovely. And then finally, I picked up 2 flats of zinnias. These zinnias right here are called Zinnia Profusion Revel, I think. I'll have to see. They've got a little bit of color variation on them. Pinks, peaches, oranges, reds, real pretty. So I'm really excited about utilizing these on the front curve of the front garden and that area where I'd planted a bunch of vincas that didn't do well because they had too much water. I'm going to put these zinnias there as well. So definitely still adding in color. which I think is going to be really, really fun for the summer. And basically I'm adding in color where things have done poorly, but that's literally it. Just tucking in places that aren't doing as well as other places, and I think that that's important. I don't want to have a lot of just bare soil that's just getting baked, because it really just kills all the nutrients in the soil, and any kind of a lot of microbes die that way, exposure to light, and then it's not as great for insects, especially beneficial insects that I do want to keep within the garden. So these will be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different projects coming up in the next week or so. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you saw anything that kind of struck your fancy or that you're interested in. I was surprised that there were so many things, and it was really nice just to go and see all the beautiful color. I am excited about going back about succulents, checking out succulents, because I do have a few things that I want to do with that as well. All right, y'all, as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow my channel so much. And if you're not up for making a comment, just drop me an emoji to say hi and let me know that you're out there. And be sure to check me out on my social media outlets, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.